To allay the fears of Nigerians about genetically modified organisms. And when I say genetically modified organisms, they are crops, plants, animals, microorganisms, that they are as safe as their conventional counterparts. They're not dangerous, they don't cause cancer, they are very safe because a lot of risk assessment is carried out during the development of these crops. And the guidelines, the regulations are actually always, they're developed by the WHO, the Food and Agricultural Organization, and all other international bodies. They've also done their safety assessments, safety evaluations, and they've concluded that they are as safe as their conventional counterparts. So, and in Nigeria, we have the National Biosafety Management Agency, which came into being in 2015, just to ensure that this technology is responsibly practiced. So, and the Nigerian biosafety environment, of course, is designed, to ensure the safe application of modern biotechnology while protecting human and environmental health. We have 3 crops in Nigeria that have been commercialized at different, years of interval. The BT cotton was first commercialized in 2018. Then the pod borer resistant cowpea, that's the beans, was commercialized in 2019, and then last year, 2024, the tailor maize became commercialized, and farmers have access to that. And so all those information about that they are dangerous, they're not safe, they can cause cancer, are all media propaganda, because those arguments are actually not based on science. This technology is actually based on science. If you say they are dangerous, you have to prove, the danger of these crops, because these crops have been used, like the beans have been used for almost 5 years now. That is what I eat in my house. For the past 5 years, we've been eating that. And look at me, I'm healthy, my whole family. And then the tailor maize for the past 2 years, that's what we use as our akam every morning. If you come to my house, that is what we take. And the cotton too have been in use, even though for the cotton, it is not edible, it's only the oil. So the cotton lint is actually used, of course, to do a lot of things. In the hospitals, they use it, as swab and so many other uses for textile and all. And so since this, the advent of these GMO crops, they have history of safe use in other parts of the world, in the developed countries like the US, like the Canada, India, Brazil, so many, Japan, in South Africa, here in Africa, in Nigeria, in Spain, all over the Europe, all over Asia, all over. GM crops have been in use for over 30 years now. So they have history of safe use. That when you plant GMOs anywhere, that nothing survives, it pollutes the atmosphere, the environment, and all, and that any plant or what around it or insects don't even survive. I'm happy that you came here, you went to the farm, and you had a tour of the farm and you saw wheat, growing everywhere, competing with those GM crops on the farm, be it teller maize or PBR cowpea, all there. And I remember that even ants survive on that field. Ants, I'm sure you had checked very well, there's nothing you can't find in it. Ant is the tiniest of all the insects over there, but ants survive. We started planting GM crops in that environment from 2016. I think it's almost 9 years. Yeah, 9 years today. We've been using that same land, like, in fact, sometimes twice a year, because sometimes in the dry season we still do demo trials, so that people will come see, because seeing is believing. In Africa right now, I think South Africa has been leading, but presently Nigeria is almost overtaking South Africa, because we have 3 crops: the teller maize, the BT cotton, and the pod borer resistant beans. It can actually contribute maybe 30 to 40% to the economy if we have adopted. But if we go into full adoption, if we invest in this, I think what is remaining for our government to do is to invest hugely in this technology, invest in research and development, and the sky will be our limit in terms of food security. Most of our local, varieties are not improved varieties, especially when it comes to things like insect infestation and drought tolerance. You can hardly use the conventional technology to bring that kind of improvement. That kind of improvement is only possible with the use of advanced biotechnology or advanced breeding techniques like the genome editing, genetic modification, and all. So if we don't go this way, forget it. We are going to import and keep importing and then keep depending. We will never be independent. We will keep being dependent on the Western world. At this moment, in the area of animal, we only have artificial insemination. Yes, artificial insemination. You know that semens are being imported from the Western world down here because we believe that their own animals, have better traits than ours, and so we have a lot of ranches or animal farms where semen is being imported, and then the semen injected into our own animals. My final word is that Nigerians should accept this technology. The government has already adopted this technology, and the technology is actually transforming lives. Farmers' lives are being transformed. We were in Adamawa State last week, and we listened to a farmer who is into BT cotton farming, and he gave his own testimony of how it's transforming his life and his family life. He had a daughter in a local school, but I think because of his proceeds from this BT cotton, he's now able to take his daughter to a private university in Yola. There's no testimony that can be more than this. We were actually proud to hear this.